And close your eyes, find good posture. Start to turn the gaze inwards. This class, very beautifully, very much about sensing your own energy, whether it's through the postures or through pressing on points. So just observe as we practice together today. Hands at heart center, press your thumbs into the center of chest, right in front of the heart. This is CV17. As you breathe into this point, sense your energy here, your wisdom, your compassion, maybe your heart beating. And as we continue to breathe together, expand it out. Sense everyone practicing together. This space and this time. And further expanding this out to all beings everywhere. Everything is connected. We'll start with 3 ohms. Om. 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 And sensing the vibrations of Om all throughout, connecting everyone, everywhere, everything. And then when you're ready, open your eyes. Let's come to stand. We'll start with meridian activation slapping technique in the front body. So forward fold, start by slapping the tops of your feet. So affecting the energy just below the surface of the skin. Work your way up, fronts of the shins. Fronts of the thighs. And then when you stand up, use your fists, front of the hip muscle, center of the hip crease. So connecting the body from any sort of blockages from the lower body to the upper body. This is the stomach meridian. Engage the muscles of the abdomen. Work your way up the muscle. Lighting the digestive fire here, releasing anything that might be binding. Then when you get to the front of the ribs, use your palms, slapping under the rib cage. Connecting with the diaphragm, movement of the diaphragm. The digestive organs, stomach and spleen are on the left side under the rib cage. Working your way up, top of the chest. And take a big breath here. Let go of anything stagnant. And then using your fingers behind the collarbones. This is stomach 12, empty basin. Connecting the energy from the head to the rest of the body, head to the heart. I'll come back to this point later in the sequence. Work your fingers up the front of the throat, front of the chin, front of the jaw, and face to just under the eyes. This is where the stomach meridian begins. So sense the pathway from here all the way down the front body to the second toe. So about digestion, vitality, strength. And when out of balance can result in overthinking, over worry, over consumption. And start to work the fingers back down the face, front of the jaw, front of the chin, front of the throat. And tapping behind the collarbones. Using your palms, top of the chest. Front of the ribs, connect with the digestive organs, movement of the diaphragm sealed under the rib cage. And then make the muscles of the abdomen really hard. Use your fists like the digestive fire here. Build the strength. And slapping the front of the hips, the muscles, center of hip crease. Using your palms down the fronts of the thighs and forward fold. Work your way back down. Fronts of the shins. Tops of the feet. And now squeeze your second toe. Sense the pathway from under the eyes, down the whole front body to where you're squeezing right now. Stomach meridian. Okay, next, gallbladder. Slapping the side body here, sides of the ankles. Work your way up, sides of the calves. Sides of the thighs. Pause at center. Use your fists here, center of IT band. This is gallbladder 31. This is a spot where stress can tend to hide, conscious or unconscious. Use the breath, let it go. And then work your way up, side of the hip. Aim for gallbladder 29. So in between the front of the hip bone and top of the femur, there's a short muscle here. You can tap pretty hard on this point. Keep going. Relax the jaw. Just observe how the whole side body is connected. The function of this meridian is to absorb and redistribute stress, to protect the organs. Using your palms, slapping on the sides of the waist. Work your way up to the ribs. When you get to the ribs, use your knuckles. Ribs like a washboard. Create space here. Big inhale, expand in the rib cage. As you exhale, everything relaxes. Another spot to release any sort of conscious or unconscious stress hidden in the body. And then take one fist, tap on the opposite upper trap, and shake the arm loose. Gallbladder 21, shoulder well. And let the energy ground from here. Use the exhale, switch, other side. The shoulders relaxing away from the ears. And then use your fingers, tapping on the sides of the neck. Work your way under the ear, back of the jaw. Relax the tongue, especially if you notice that you clench in the jaw. And then work your fingers behind the ear, the base of the skull, around the ear, above the ear by an inch, to just outside the eyes of the temples. This is where the gallbladder meridian begins. Sense the pathway from here, zigzagging down the side body to the fourth toe. And then work your fingers back around above the ear, around the ear, below the ear, back of the jaw, and sides of the neck. Using one fist, top of the upper trap. And switch, other side. Using your knuckles, sides of the ribs, create extra space here. Inhale, expand, exhale, relax. Notice the movement of the diaphragm. And palms for the sides of the waist. Fists, sides of the hips. Sides of the bed. And work your way down the IT band. Pause again at center. Gallbladder 31 here. And working your way down. Use your palms, sides of the calves, all the way down to the sides of the ankles. Squeeze the fourth toe. Sense the pathway, outer eyes, zigzagging down the whole side body to where you're squeezing right now, gallbladder meridian. Okay, last, urinary bladder. Use your fists, backs of the heels, affecting the bone, the marrow. Working your way up, backs of the Achilles, the calves. This is affecting the whole back body. When you find your hands near the back of the knees, use your palms very lightly behind the knees. And then with more force, work your way up the hamstrings. Wake up the hamstrings. To stand up. Use your fists all throughout the glutes. So let go of anything you're holding here. And then find your fists just outside the tailbone, below the sacrum. Relax the tailbone. Sometimes we unconsciously clench here, relaxing in the pelvic floor. And then you can tap directly on the sacrum at the center. This is the only place you can tap on center. Above the tailbone at the base of the spine. The bladder meridian runs through here. Also releasing anything held in the pelvic floor. Find your fists on either side of the spine. Work your way up to the lower back. Pause behind the navel at the kidneys. Inhale to the kidneys. So sense your life essence here. It's stored in the kidneys. The bladder meridian is all about nervous system, fight and flight response, paired with the kidneys. And then work your way up the bottom of the ribs. Switch, top of the back. Use your fingers for the back of the neck. Base of the skull, bladder 10. We'll come back to this point soon. Tapping on the back of the head, top of the head. You can tap pretty hard here, since the energy is shooting all throughout the scalp. And sense the brain, whole nervous system. Tap on the forehead, eyebrows. Focus on the inner eyebrows. And then if you'd like, press in on the inner tear ducts. This is where the bladder meridian begins. Sense the whole pathway from here, up the top of the head, down the whole back body. Outer edge of the feet to the pinky toes. A very long pathway. Sense how all of this is connected. And then keep tapping, working your way back up from the eyebrows, forehead, top of the head. Second time around, sense something more subtle. Back of the head, back of the neck. Slapping top of the back. Using your fists, working your way down the back of the ribs. Pause again at the kidneys here, paired with the bladder. Inhale here. This is water elements affecting the hormones, your development in life. And then working your way down to the glutes, on top of the sacrum, if you like that, or either side of the tailbone, whatever you'd like to do. And forward fold, slapping your way down the hamstrings. Very gently behind the knees. Use your fists, more force. Work your way down from the calves all the way to the heels. And now squeeze your pinky toes. Sense the whole pathway, bladder meridian, from inner eyes, up the top of the head, down the whole back body, outer edge of feet to where you're squeezing right now. Release, slowly roll up to stand, Tadasana, mountain pose. Close your eyes. All there is to do is observe shifts of energy in the body. Let's take this moment. Okay, feet together, plant down through your feet, arms up, palms together. Squeeze the sides of the body in towards midline, grow very tall. As you plant down, sense the energy lifting from inner arches up the center, all the way to the top of the head. On the next exhale, keep your chest and hips facing forward, lean over to the right. Keep your arms straight, sealed by the sides of the ears. So the left side body grows longer, stretching the gallbladder meridian. So breathe into the side of the jaw. Create space in between the ribs on the left. Soften and stretch side of abdomen. Breathe into left hip as you plant down into the outer edge of the foot. Using the exhale to release any sort of stress, conscious or unconscious. And squeeze to come back up to center. Same thing, plant down. Grow very tall, navel in, tailbone down, chest and hips forward. On the next exhale, lean over to the left, arms straight. Let the right side of the body grow taller or longer, stretching, softening. Sense the jaw, relax. Space in between each rib. Soften and stretch side of abdomen. Breathe into right hip, all the way down to the fourth toe as you plant down into the outer edge of the foot. And then squeeze to come back up. We're going to open up in the front body. So sense the strength here of the front body. It's about that, the vitality, the flesh. Plant down. Engage the kneecaps, engage the quads, engage the hips, tailbone pointing down, navel in and up. Lift the chest, lift the fingertips towards the ceiling, lift the chin. Relax all the way from under the throat to the toes, down the front body. And if you'd like, you can reach your fingertips towards the back wall. Breathe from under the eyes. Let the breath wash down the front body. Sense the organs lifting, unknotting, unbinding. And slowly lift the chest to come up. Keep going, hinge forward. We're going to stretch in the back body. You can pause with your torso parallel for a moment. Lengthen the spine, tailbone pointing behind you. Bend your knees a lot. Place the torso on the thighs, relax. Lift the tailbone as you step into your legs, your feet, top of head reaching towards the ground. Breathe into the whole back body, around the eyes, top of the head, back of the head, upper, middle, lower back. Breathing into the glutes, the hamstrings, the calves, the fascia, the connective tissue in the bottom of the feet. Sense the connection. Release the arms by the sides of the ears. Come all the way up to stand. Step your feet hips width distance apart, arms out in a T. This is a long meridian stretch. Palms up. Pull your thumbs towards the back. Really relax your shoulders. Widen them from each other. As we breathe here, you can sense the pathway from just under the collarbones, down the outer edge of the bicep, outer elbow crease, to the base of the thumb, into the thumb. Relax the four fingers. And sense the organ here. See the lungs and the rib cage. Expand on the inhale. Relax on the exhale, emptying out. And connect with the energy here, the energy of letting go. Exhalation. And slowly release, left arm down. Turn the right palm towards the ground. Really point through the index finger out to the side. Turn your face to the left, chin down to shoulder. Relax the shoulders down. Continue to really engage the index finger. This is large intestine, the yang pairing to lung. Sense the pathway from index finger, up the arm, top front of the shoulder, side of neck, crossing above the mouth, crossing midline to just outside left nostril. And sense the organ, lower part of abdomen, crossing midline, just above the navel. And slowly release, other side. Left arm out, really point through index finger. Turn your face to the right, chin down to shoulder. Relax the shoulders down, reach through index finger. Pick up where you left off. Sense the pathway, sense the organ, or sense the energy here of letting go. So releasing waste from the body, elimination. What does the body not need anymore? What do you not need anymore in order to move forward? So also sensing this feeling of liberation, purification, freedom. All of this is connected. This is metal element. Slowly release, come back to center. Next, pericardium. Push your palms like you're pushing against two opposing walls. Again, relax the shoulders, widen from the center of the chest, from the heart. Really open up from here. The pericardium is a sac that surrounds the heart. The heart defender, heart protector. So even just for this moment, these couple of breaths, no need for protection or defense. Open up so that you can listen to the heart. And sense the pathway here from outer pec down the center of inner arm, inner forearm, inner wrist crease, center of palm to middle finger. And the energy of connection to self, to others, to all beings everywhere. And slowly release, arms down. Next, triple warmer. So palms towards the front, push the tops of the hands behind you, roll your ring fingers down towards the ground, towards the heel, shoulder blades down the back, lift the chest, chin down to chest. So like a chin lock. Keeping the chin down, bring it over to right armpit, engage left ring finger towards the ground. Breathe into the side of the neck, base of the skull. Then sense the pathway from ring finger up the back of the arm, top back of the shoulder, around the ear to the outer eyebrow. Chin down to center and over to the left, rolling right ring finger down towards the ground. Same thing. Sense the pathway. Ring finger to outer eyebrow. And sense the energy here, defense mechanism, immune system. And the communication within the connective tissue between the organs. Breathing into upper, middle, lower burners. So respiration, digestion, elimination. And if you'd like, you can do a full circle with the head. Go very slowly in one direction. Sense the fascia, the connective tissue in the neck and the head shifting. And make sure you go back in the other direction, slowly. When you reach center, release, lift the head. Okay, last one, heart and small intestine. Arms out, palms facing forward. Really pull the pinky fingers out to the sides. Relax the undersides of the arms, relax in the armpits. Now focus on this tiny spot deep in the center of the chest. Very strong, enduring. Heart energy. And start to internally rotate left shoulder, starting with the thumb all the way to the shoulder. Bend the arm, place the top of the hand in between shoulder blades. Right arm up, palm towards the back, and clasp if you can. Grab your shirt, a strap. But don't lose your posture. Stand up tall. And if you've been practicing this for a while, see if you can hide your right tricep behind the head so that nobody can see it from the front. And as your knuckles press in behind the heart, focus in the space. What are the messages here? Do you see a color, a sense, a feeling? Maybe you can hear something. One more breath. Focus in. And then slowly release. Move your arms around. We'll do the other side. Arms out, second time around, send something more subtle. Pull the pinky fingers out to the side. All the way into the armpit, into the deep area, center of chest. Internally rotate right shoulder, starting with the thumb, bend the elbow. Place top of hand in between shoulder blades, left arm up. Clasp if you can. Don't forget, stand up tall. Pick up where you left off for the next several breaths. Focus in the heart space. What is happening here for you in this moment? Continue to breathe. One more breath here. Try to deeply listen to the heart. Practice this process. Slowly release. Arms by your sides. Take a moment. Just scan. Observe any sort of shifts. Okay. Let's find some movement. We'll meet at the top of the mat. I'm going to cue for 3 Surya Namaskars. If you want to take one slow one, you're welcome to. Depends on how you feel today or the weather, whatever you'd like. Inhale, arms up, reach up, stretch the front body. Exhale, forward fold, plant your hands, stretching in the back body. Step back into plank, strong plank, navel in, look forward, push through the heels. Keep the hips up, lower down, knees, chest, chin, elbows in. Relax the throat, press into the palms, inhale, Cobra. Exhale back, down dog, lift from the tailbone. Bend your knees a lot if you'd like. Sense all of the energy in the fingers and the toes connecting to the organs. Bend your knees, look forward, step or hop to the front of the mat, forward fold. Inhale, arms up, reach up. Exhale, heart center, keep going. Reach up. Exhale, forward fold, plant hands. Step or hop back, lower down. Inhale up. Exhale back, down dog. Bend your knees, look forward. Step or hop, front of the mat, forward fold. Inhale all the way up, high prayer. Exhale, heart center. Last one, reach up, inhale. Exhale, forward fold, plant hands. Step or hop back, lower down. Inhale up. Exhale back. Everyone move together. Down dog. So sense your physical alignment. You press into the fingers and toes, lengthen in the spine. And then traveling deeper, the consciousness into the organs. Notice the breath drawing in through the nose. Maybe see the diaphragm expanding. And as you exhale, very smooth energy flowing throughout, see the diaphragm relaxing. Right leg up, down dog split, balance across the body. And as you press into right palm, lengthen all the way to right toes. Find the physical alignment. And traveling deeper, see the organs. Breathe into the right lung, supporting right shoulder blade. Right side of the heart. As you sense the diaphragm moving, notice on the right side underneath, liver, gallbladder. And just above the right hip, ascending large intestine. Breathe into right kidney. Right side of the intestines and bladder. Lower right leg down, other side, left leg up, down dog split. Balance across the body. And as you press into left palm, We extend all the way to left toes. Travel deeper, sense left lung supporting the shoulder blade. Left side of the heart. As the diaphragm moves, sense underneath, stomach, spleen, pancreas. And just above the hip, descending large intestine. Breathe into left kidney, left side of the intestines and bladder. Lower left leg down. Bend your knees. We'll meet at the top of the mat, stay in forward fold. So here we'll practice, explore bladder and kidney meridians. Take your favorite points behind the ankle bones or below the ankle bones around the heel, whatever you'd like. If you need a cue, I'm going to come show you. So you can press behind the ankle bone in front of the Achilles on both sides. This inner point is kidney 3. And this outer point here, bladder 60. So sense from the outer point, a release in the spine, the whole back body. The inner point, strengthening of yin energy. All of this relaxing in the nervous system. Release from here, stay in forward fold and bring your thumbs to the base of the skull, just an inch outside midline, bladder 10, celestial pillar. I'll show you if you need a cue. So you bring your thumbs an inch outside of midline, press into the base of the skull. This is the top of the upper traps of the occipitals. This point also helps to relax and calm the spirit, open up in the back body. So sense this as you breathe, especially in the posture, forward fold. Slowly release the point and roll up to stand, Tadasana, mountain pose. This pairing is all about your foundation. See if you can sense this as you ground down. With your consciousness, find kidney 1 at the bottom of the feet. Connect with these points. I'll come show you. Kidney 1 is at the center, just under the ball of the foot. We're going to press on this. But use your mind. Open up to the energy of the earth. Ground down through the left foot. Bend the right knee. Take kidney 1 at the bottom of the right foot. So affecting the point here. You can massage, you can step into the fingers, whatever you'd like. And then use your knowledge of this point or the meridian on the standing leg to stand up tall. Really work on your foundation here. Energy lifting up the inner leg to pelvic floor, to the collarbones. Stay here, practice standing, or extend the leg forward. Take a moment. And then out to the side. Here you're stretching the innermost part of the leg, the kidney meridian. Lift in the pelvic floor to collarbones. And then bring the leg back towards center. You can lift it up a little bit higher, stretching the hamstring, and then slowly release, shake it out. Find your foundation here. Focus on the points, bottom of feet. And then other side, ground down through right foot, bend left knee, take the point on the bottom of the foot. Massage or just step into the fingers, whatever you'd like. And sense the energy from the ground up the inner part of the leg on the right foot, right side. Pelvic floor to collarbones. Extend the leg forward, take a moment. And then out to the side, stretching the innermost part of the legs, kidney meridian. Pelvic floor to collarbone. And then release back to center. Lift the leg a little bit higher, stretch the hamstring. And then relax the leg down, sense your foundation. And connect with the energy of the earth, the yin energy. Okay. Next, spread foot posture. Step your feet wide apart and put your hands on your hips for a moment here. Start to hinge forward. Find your torso parallel and pause here for a moment. Tailbone pointing back, top of head reaching forward. Lengthen in the spine. And then you can complete the forward fold. Relax, top of head towards the ground. Make sure you're about 2 inches off the ground so that your spine can lengthen. As you lift in the tailbone, spread your sit bones apart. Relax in the pelvic floor. If you'd like, you can press on kidney 9, which is the inner part of the calf at the teardrop. So I like to trace from kidney 3 behind the ankle bone up to the bottom of the calf muscle. You can press your thumb in here. You might feel a tight or a tender spot. This point helps to calm the spirit and help release tension in the pelvic floor. Just notice what you sense here. Maybe you can sense in the inner legs, kidney meridian, pelvic floor, up the front body to the collarbones. And a combination of bladder meridian here as you press into the outer edge of the feet, stretching in the back body, the back of the legs, lengthening around the spine. The head goes heavy towards the ground. Relax the eyes. And sense the combination here, your foundation. Relaxing the fight and flight response, any sort of old stuff. Restoring in faith. Slowly release. Come to stand up. We'll meet at the top of the mat. Moving from kidney, bladder, root chakra to stomach, spleen, sacral chakra. Inhale, arms up, reach up, stretch the front body. And exhale, forward fold. Engage the front body. Step back into plank, lower down. Inhale up, stretch the front body. Exhale back, down dog. Right leg forward, Kapyasana. So left knee down, untuck toes. Pull big toe and second toe behind you. Make sure your hips are facing forward. So stomach and spleen both in the front body. You can place your hands on the top of a thigh or clasp your knuckles, your fists behind the back. Reach towards the floor, lift the chin. So stretch from just under left eye, down the chest, past the navel, soften around the navel, front of left hip, down the quad, down the shin to second toe. In the center of the body, maybe sense this lifting of the whole digestive tube, unknotting, unbinding. And lift the chest to come up. Step back into down dog, pedal out the feet. Other side, left leg forward, Kapyasana. Right knee down, untuck toes. Pull the big toe, second toe behind you. Hips facing forward. Place your hands where you'd like. Lift the chin. So stretching under the throat. Chest. Past the navel. Front of right hip, all the way down to second toe. And center of the body. This lifting of the organs, unknotting. Every organ is where it should be. This is spleen energy. As you stretch, stomach meridian in the front body. Lift the chest to come up. Step back into down dog. You can pedal out your feet. And then come down onto the knees. Sit back on your heels. Prepare for abdominal massage. So find loose fists Place them an inch outside of the navel on either side and then roll down into child's pose. Relax the whole front body and start turning your hands in circles, massaging in the organs. So just notice what comes up. Sometimes we have knotting in the intestines. These points are the main points for digestion. Just observe what comes up. Let it pass through. Don't hold on to it. So this cycle, this looping of thought, overthinking, overanalyzing, is the imbalance in stomach and spleen, earth element. So as you practice letting it go, letting things pass through, just balancing your nurturing side. That everything you have is enough. That you are enough. No need to overconsume. And slowly release your hands down onto the ground. Just take a moment, relax, breathe. Slowly roll up. Keep your eyes closed. Continue to focus on the front body. Our next point for acupressure is stomach 12. If you know it, go for it. I'll find the cue. Your fingers behind the collarbones, aim for the center, behind the center of the collarbone. So lift the shoulders up, place your fingers, and then relax the shoulders down, pinning your fingers behind you. And if this is enough, just breathe here, or you can just lightly press on the area. Lift the chin, and then slowly lower chin down. Keep going a couple times if you like this. Then just notice how this is the anchor for the muscles in the neck, especially if you have difficulty letting your head drop back. This is an area where blood and chi and lymph can pool or get stuck. So with the breath, move things along. Notice the connecting between head and rest of body, head and heart. And slowly release hands down. Scan the front body. Just observe. Next posture is camel with the focus on the front body. Come to stand on your knees. Engage the strength of the legs, pelvic floor, navel in and out. So first camel. You can place the hands on the lower back or reach for your heels, whatever you'd like. Lift the chin and breathe. Navel in and up, organs lifting. So scan here, stomach meridian, under the eyes, on either side down the throat, down the abdomen, either side of navel, the whole front body. Spleen, if you'd like, engage in the inner legs, inner thighs, up the front of the body to just under the collarbones, and then down the sides of the ribs. And in the center, notice the organs lifting, unknotting, unbinding. Observe your strength. Lift the chest to come up and sit down on your heels. Close your eyes for a moment, observe. And let's sit over on our left, moving on to liver and gallbladder, wood elm. Extend right leg out, keep the toes active, planting both sit bones down. Keep your left knee bent. Let's twist over to the left, gaze over left shoulder. Start to become very aware of the sides of the body, gallbladder meridian. Ease up on the twist, left arm up, plant down into left hip, and then lean over right leg. Keep the chest open. Gaze under the armpit. You can let your head and neck go here if you like. Keep the arm active, fingers active. Create space in the sides of the ribs. Relax the jaw. And soften and stretch side of abdomen. You plant down into left hip. Slowly lift to come up. Prepare for pigeon. Swing the right leg behind you. Find your physical alignment. Whatever you'd like. Hips facing forward. Lengthen in the spine. And then relax down onto the ground. Immediately relax. See if you can get good at immediately relaxing. So liver, gallbladder, wood element, helping to protect against stress and smooth flow of energy. Let's practice scanning together gallbladder meridian. Relax the sides of the head, the jaw. Relaxing the sides of the neck, tops of the shoulders. Sides of the ribs, relax. Soften sides of abdomen. And relax in the hips. What is being held here? If things come up, just let it pass through without judgment. Don't hold on to it. Continue the smooth flow of energy. Relaxing down the sides of the leg, all the way to the fourth toe. One long breath together. Inhale all the way down to the tips of the toes on the right. And even longer exhale. See the energy travel back up the leg, past the hip, past the organs. See the diaphragm rising up in the rib cage. And see the air being pushed out gently through the nose. Exhale all the way, releasing the diaphragm. Letting go of what might be stuck, conscious or unconscious. And slowly release, come up. And come back to center. Other side. Bend the right knee, extend left leg out to the side. Active toes up towards the ceiling. And plant through, sit bones. Twist over to the right. Gaze over right shoulder. Become very aware of the sides of the body as you scan. And then easing up on the twist, right arm up, plant through the right hip, and lean over left leg. Keep your arms, your fingers active. You can let your head and neck fall off if you'd like. Relax in the jaw. And creating space in between the ribs. Soften and stretch side of abdomen. So you really reach through the fingers. And planting down into right hip. Slowly lift to come out of it, release. Prepare for pigeon. Swinging left leg behind you, hips facing forward, find your alignment, and then relax onto the ground. Pick up where you left off, immediately relax. Very smooth breath. And scan together. Relaxing the sides of the head, the jaw, the shoulders, sides of the ribs, sides of the abdomen, the hips, IT band, all the way down to the fourth toe. And the key to practicing in this posture with this element, with the energy, is about being present. There's no need to hurry up. There's no need to feel stuck. Nothing is stuck. Use the breath. And the presence is the observation of what's going on. And this organ pairing, this element is closely aligned with the heart. So observing your creative energy, your purpose, your vision. Is this aligned with the heart? One last breath together here, breathing all the way down to the tips of the toes on the left. Even longer exhale from the toes, up the leg, past the hip, past the organ. See the diaphragm rising up. Air being pushed out gently through the nose. Exhale all the way. And slowly, when you're ready, come back up and find an easy seat. I'm going to do some acupressure points here. Gallbladder 21, top of the trap. You can do this at the same time if you'd like, or one at a time. Just squeeze the upper trap, warm up the muscle, and then find the top center of the muscle and press down. So one side at a time or both. Send the energy back down for grounding. And let the stress melt away. Let the shoulders relax away from the ears. And slowly release. Next point, gallbladder 8. So an inch above the top of the ear, the highest part of the ear on the side of the head. And press in. You can do circles or just press, whatever you like. This is at the temporal muscle, helping to relax in the jaw. Helping to release in the whole meridian as well. And slowly release. With your legs, bring your feet together for Badakanasana. Let the knees relax towards the ground. Lengthen in the spine, you can start to hinge forward. If you know where liver 3 is, take liver 3 and press in. If you need help, I'll come show you. So liver 3 is just under where the bones of the big toe and second toe meet. I like to press all 4 fingers here, just so I know I'm finding something. And you might feel a tender spot under the ring finger or the middle finger. So the points are where you find them. Sense something here. This point, if you want to fold forward, you're welcome to, is great for moving energy along, anything that's stuck, especially caused by stress, the emotions. Removing blockages. Together we can scan the liver meridian, follow the energy from the big toe. Past where you're pressing right now, liver 3. And the meridian travels up the inner shin bone, the inner thigh, the adductor muscles, which are stretching right now in this posture, and then up to the front of the ribs, ending at liver 14. So come up and then start to lie down, Supta Badakanasana, press into liver 14. In between the ribs, just under the bra strap. So you could find this horizontal axis just under where the sternum meets. And the vertical axis is center of collarbone. So you can connect with stomach 12. So where they intersect in between the ribs. So lie down, Supta Badakanasana, stretching in the liver meridian. Connect with the end of the pathway here. Breathe into these points, helping to release in the diaphragm. And on the right side, you might notice the liver. You're right on top of it here. And also start to scan how the energy flows throughout the body. Is it smooth? That is the function of the liver. One more breath here. Breathe into this point. And slowly release. Come to sit up. And transition to fire element, starting with triple warmer. In seated spinal twist. So left leg down, knees bent or extended. Right ankle over. Plant through the sit bones. Lengthen spine. And then twist over to the right. Gaze over right shoulder. Sense the pathway, triple warmer. Press into the ring fingers. Up the back of the arm. Top back of the shoulder, side of neck. Around the ear. So for alignment, you can lift left ear to outer eyebrow. And then using the breath, connect all of the warmers in the body, upper, middle, lower. Respiration, digestion, elimination. And slowly release. Other side, right leg down, knee bent or extended. Left ankle over. Lengthen in the spine, plant through the sit bones, and then twist to the left. Pick up where we left off. Press into ring fingers, lift right ear to right eyebrow. Sense the connection of the organs. So breathe into upper burner, open up in heart and lung. Breathe into middle, organs of digestion as a twist. And then breathe all the way to the lower, organs of elimination, kidney, bladder, intestines, relax. Connecting everything with the breath. Maybe even see how the energy travels through the connective tissue throughout the body. Or even beyond the surface of the skin. Whether you want to see it as the microbiome, defense energy, immune system. Slowly release back to center. Next, heart one in the armpit. So right hand, you can use your thumb or four fingers sealed together. So you're reaching deep into the armpit, into the front of the shoulder blade. So basically pointing your finger or your thumb up towards the back corner where the wall meets the ceiling. In the armpit, front of the shoulder blade. Behind the ribs, maintain the pressure here. You're in the closest place to the heart at this point, summit spring. If you'd like, you can open your arms diagonally to hip, out to the side, or just stay still. And slowly release, do the other side. Find what works for you. Reach into the deep part of the armpit, front of the shoulder blade. Find movement, maintaining pressure, or just stay still and focus. This point helps to release in the whole meridian. And on a physical level, helps if you have shoulder problems. Release for a moment. Take this time to scan. Maybe you feel more open in the chest, this expansion. This is the energy of the heart, right? Radiating. Imagine it as endless, infinite. Let's find ourselves on our belly for locust. Seal your palms together Reaching forward, heels together, toes reaching behind you. Walk your triceps, your biceps closer together. And then open your hands like you're holding a book. Lift your arms, lift your legs. Lift from the back of the heart. And stay, breathe. So sense this as an offering. Connecting to all beings everywhere. Connecting with this energy. Pinky fingers to deepen the chest. Or all the way into the ear holes. Small intestine pathway. One more breath. And then release, rest. Shake your hips from side to side. And focus here, CV17, right in front of the heart, on the floor. Maybe you feel your heart beating. Maintain this focus as we practice bow, stretching in the pathway. Bend your knees. Take your ankles from the inside, thumbs up. Maybe the center of your palm is in your ankle bone. Lift the chest, lift the thighs. Reach from the center of the heart. Open up all the way to the middle finger. Continue to lift. Another offering. Dedicate this to all beings everywhere. Everything is connected. And soften that shell around the heart. Even in these moments, no need for protection. This pericardium. Release, rest. Shake your hips from side to side. And then focus from heart center to throat center. Moving on to lung. Next bow, bend your knees. Take your ankles from the outside, thumbs facing down. Press into your thumbs. Lift chest, lift thighs. So stretching and lifting under the collarbones, lung meridian. And clearing in the throat, 5 rounds, lion's breath. Stretching out from the tongue. Together, inhale, exhale. Keep going, inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Last one, let this come from deep. Inhale, exhale. Letting go. Slowly release, rest. Shake your hips from side to side. And then come to sit back on your heels with our focus on the lung meridian. I'm going to press on lung 2. So take one hand, massage under the collarbones. And then find the center. You'll feel a hole where the muscles come together. This is lung 2. You can press here, maintain pressure, or do circles, whatever you'd like to do. Breathe into this point. Focus on the exhale. Lungs rule the exhale. This point helps to clear the chest, strengthen the lung energy. Do the other side. Massage under the collarbone and then let your fingers settle into this point. Slowly release. Continue to focus. Lung 2 all the way to the thumb in camel. So however you'd like to find your camel, you can still keep your hands on the lower back, or if you reach for your ankles, reach for the inside of the ankles, really helping to open up in the chest. So find your camel, press into the thumbs, stretch from just under the collarbones. See the organ as you breathe. Focus on the exhale. Each exhale is letting go, something you don't need anymore. The lungs surrounding the heart. You let go of anything that might sit heavy on the chest. Letting the luminance, the radiance of the heart shine through. And sense this surrender. Balancing towards freedom. Lift the chest to come up. And let's lie down. Extend the legs forward as you lie down. Last set of postures. Focusing on large intestine. So hug your thighs in. Breathe into the large intestine, lower abdomen. Sense the compression here. Connect with the organ. And as you let your spine relax, connecting with the energy of surrender onto the ground, letting go. Bring your arms out to the side, palms on the floor, and then the thighs over to the left, supine spinal twist. Turn to face your right palm and press your left index finger into the ground. So sense the pathway, large intestine from index finger up the arm as right nostril relaxes towards the ground. And then sense the twist in the organ, in the abdomen. As you embody the energy of letting go, surrender. On the other side, bring your thighs over to the right. Turn to face left palm, press right index finger into the ground. Sense the pathway. Arm, front of the shoulder, to left nostril. Let the left nostril relax down. And sense the twist in the organ, the large intestine, purifying. And slowly release back to center. One last hug, connecting with self. And then extend legs, extend arms. Prepare for Shavasana, let go. So no need to control in the body or in the mind. Just letting our body's own intelligence flow towards self-healing. Just rest for the next couple minutes. So if you need more time, please stay, rest. Take as much time as you need. I'm going to close practice. You press into your heart. See the 17, sense your energy. And sense the energy of everyone practicing together here and all beings everywhere. We dedicate our practice so that all beings everywhere can be happy and free from suffering. May we be of service. May we help each other along the way. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Thank you for your beautiful practice and for your commitment to your own self-healing.